Hello and welcome back to another Master 5 showcase, and we are finally back with branded Despia going second against Ryzeal Mitsurugi. This combo took extremely long, but it's no problem. They vomited a bunch of stuff into their spell trap zone and they have 2 Omnis, but we've drawn pretty good for going second. We've drawn Whitebaz, Super Poly, and we just drew into Fafa, which is a really silly, goofy tech. But it's surprisingly effective. You know, I found it from an April video. And what he does is basically whenever he's sent to the graveyard, he can banish a monster on the field until the end phase. So it just forces more interaction. And it's really good against Ryzeal Detonator because he'll just come back in the end phase with no mats. So we banished the Sprite Elf because we couldn't target the Ecclesia because of it. They summon Dynamondo. They're gonna spin back our Mirror Jade. Or spin back their Habakiri, and we activate Mirror Jade, which then gets negated by the Ecclesia and called by the Grave on our Albion. So it's not really ideal right now. We need to draw off of Triple Tactics talent or else we've lost. And we do draw pretty decently. And they're gonna reborn the Murakuma here, so again, it's not looking the best. I think they did something a bit weird here. Yeah, they don't activate Murakuma, which is a bit confusing. I guess they didn't want me to fuse into a fusion monster that would float. But they used the Omni Negate normal trap anyway. And yeah, they activate Mitsurugi again to resummon itself, add a card. And right here we have branded in white. They activate Mitsurugi. I cannot tell the difference between prayers and ritual, so I'm just gonna say that one of the Mitsurugi ritual spells / special summon spells. What we do here is go into Libellion by using the Shiren in hand and the Whitebaz in the graveyard. I think I layered this chain a bit incorrectly, but they chose to destroy all monsters we control anyway, which doesn't really matter. It's just a Libellion, and we're obviously going into Mirror Jade here. Back into Mirror Jade, and with Shiren we're going back into Gragnol, which is pretty nice. And right here they activate the Diabell, and I wonder what we're sending here off of Grand Guignol, because it's not really a good environment in our graveyard right now. We only have Fafa and 1 branded spell. I guess that's fine. We get a draw in case of we need a discard for Murakuma, I guess. And we trigger Grand Guignol's summon effect off of the Diabell summoning from the extra deck. And unfortunately, our Mirror Jade is going to get booked, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad because it's only our Mirror Jade getting booked, not everything else on our field that would be on our field. That's fine, really, because now they have no more Omni Negates. Not that Murakuma is really an Omni Negate per se, but that's a lot of their monster disruption out of the way. And Quiritis reduces the entire field to 0 now, which is actually really good. And we drew into the Bestial Libellion, which is actually sick. We grab Magnum her and we choose to banish the Ecclesia in the graveyard. And they're gonna shuffle back their synchros to, you know, protect against battle, because they're all at 0 attack, obviously. And we summon Magnum Hut we activate Magnum Hut's effect, and then we summon Libellion. I think we have to go for a branded regained here, yeah, because we are not fusing on the next turn, I think. Well, I can't say that, but it's a lot. I'd rather have the recursion of Magnum Hut and the, you know, I'm drawing a card off of every banished card. We just got another Saranir, so that's fine as well. So we sort of made it through the turn in a good spot. a bit of a desperate spot, to be honest. They summon Dynamondo again, which is... yeah, that's fine, to be honest. They're probably going to target our Mirror... yep, of course they're going to target our Mirror Jade. And on the summon we trigger Branded Regained. And they use this Sorceress of the Sinful Spoils. I think that's a blunder to even be playing that in the first place, but... I mean, sure man. It's your spell trap zone. And they summon Murakumo off of the normal trap in the graveyard, because... honestly, I don't know why they did it right now, but... ah yeah, we have all of our monsters on our field. Which is a bit embarrassing. Because I don't have Branded Opening in my graveyard. So we are getting completely field work. We are getting our field completely wiped right now. But we just used both of their Omnis right here. Not really an Omni on Murakuma, but you know what I mean. So now with a draw, we can go into Albaz off of the Despian Coritis. So yeah, we chain link block both of our fusion monsters effects. I don't know what they'd have in hand to, you know, stop our Mirror Jade, but it's whatever. We send Branded Opening now, which is a bit embarrassing, a bit late, but it's okay. We summon the Fallen of Albaz, and we fuse into another Mirror Jade. And catch how they drolled themselves, by the way. White Forest drolled. Like, as in they activated Droll on Lockbird. Why? I have no idea what they're gonna do right here. Because again, they're gonna get all of their monsters wiped in the end phase. So they need to kill me right now. They're summoning back the Ilya Sylvia. I didn't catch that they returned her to the extra deck, but her negate has already been used, so we're just waiting. They set Sinful Spores of the White Forest with Diabellstar. Honestly, I'm waiting. I don't know what they do right here. They're gonna go into Diabell again, I think, maybe. Hello? Ah, Apollo. Okay. Are you serious? Sure. It won't matter because we already activated the previous Mirror Days effect. So they have nothing on their end board in the end phase because none of those spell traps can do anything without any monsters on their field. But I think I made a blunder by not summoning Albaz with Rendrum because now it's a top deck battle. And I should have kept the Despian Tragedy in hand. Because now we can actually fuse into Albion and do something. But, you know, it is what it is. You can't play perfectly all the time. So they recur the Hallowed Azamina and they summon this Azamina fusion monster. I've never seen it before, to be honest. Like, in play, I've never seen it before. But they send away our Branded Regained, which is fine. We still get to resummon Magnum Heart. So we have that end phase recursion effect going again. I'm generally waiting what they're gonna do. And they attack into our Despian Tragedy, which I guess they had no choice but to do. Or they just wanted damage. The game's basically over. We send Branded Fusion with a Shroudion and then just reset with Tragedy. Yeah, I can't believe we really beat White Forest Mitsurugi out of gas. Like, that's really how crazy Branded is, dude. It's so fun as well. Honestly, they should have forfeited the second they summoned this monster. It's like, it might be a white flag of surrender. Well, this definitely is if they're activating it now. Azamina Afis. Aphis. I don't know why they did that. They have probably given up then. And they're letting me get OTK. Nicely. And Siren is actually like peak tech right here. Because I can summon another Mirror Jade, even though both of them are in my graveyard. Like, I can just fuse into Praetor Plant Deku. I was watching My Hero Academia earlier. Praetor Plant Dragos Despia, which brings our Mirror Jade back into the deck, extra deck, I mean, and then we can just summon them out again, the Lubellion. Which is nice, and then they forfeit, or time out. Either or, you're winning that game. So now we go in second against Maliss with, not a good hand, to be honest. Well, it's not bad, it's just not ideal. And they have the nerve to activate Maxi. Just, I'm not gonna complain about it. It should be an expectation now, to be honest. So on the Bestial Lubellion, they unfortunately have Caught by the Grave. I think I made another blunder right here. I think I should have... Yeah, I should have activated Boldrake first and then used the Branded in High Spirits, as in like Boldrake, to banish the Bestial Lubellion. So I can still get the Send and Search. Because it doesn't need to summon to banish. But it is what it is. With the Golden Sark, with Gold Sark, we banish Mercuria, we grab Stradion. We have Super Poly in hand again, but I don't know if we're going to use it. Because we have too many discard cards in hand. Yeah, with Branded Opening, we summon Aluba, and I think maybe we can use Super Poly actually. Yep, on the activation of Imperm, we activate Super Poly. Isn't it crazy that the last, the player we just played against, the Ryzeal Mitsurugi, they didn't have Imperm at all, which is pretty odd. So yeah, we fuse away the Aluba and the Heart's Crypta. They're drawing throughout all of this, but you cannot care about that in this situation. So now they're gonna reborn something. They reborn, yep, White Binder. That's fair enough. Let's see if they banish the right stuff though. Okay, so they banished their Ransom, Heart's Crypta, and the one Whitebaz in my graveyard, which is okay, sure. They're gonna trigger their effects and stuff, which thankfully Quiritis is able to just reduce the entire field to 0, which is like amazing. And for some reason they are activating Heart's Crypta as if the Despian Quiritis does not flow. I don't know why they, like, you don't have to, you did not have to do that. I think they're like in the mode just press yes to everything, like right here, why would you activate Ash Blossom on the Guiding Quem when I'm playing Branded? And they are definitely pressing yes to everything. They banish my Aluba, which, interesting choice. We send Branded Sword, probably to get discard fodder for the Lubellion. Or maybe not. We are going to summon Albion by sending Albaz and Cartesia. Probably chain Quem to summon the Cartesia, as said. I mean, sure, we can attack into their monsters right now, but I'm pretty sure they have MTP set. Or if they don't, just expect the worst and think that they do. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a bit of a shame. I think I'm forced to fuse right here, or else they're gonna, or maybe they don't, but I wouldn't know. I just don't want my Albion getting banished, which would be a real shame, like devastating. So we summon the Masquerade and it gets banished. Like, sure, you were just cannon fodder, unfortunately. Right here, another blunder because we didn't attack into Red Ransom to, you know, reverse our attack and defense stats. So we would have gotten more. We would have gotten more damage, but it's fine. It is actually really, really fine. I think it's not too bad because in the end phase I can set. I'm trying to think of what I want to set here actually. Because we do have another Albaz engrave, and we haven't activated our Albaz effect, so we do so in the end phase. They're still drawing off of this, but like, sure, dude. Thankfully, they did not draw into a single Dominus Impulse the entire time. So yeah, now we have Mirror Jade and Broload Savage Dragon. Did I even say my commentary is deteriorating? I didn't even mention that I summoned that card. But in the end phase, we trigger Albion to set Branded Retribution because we have Titanic Lead and Albion in the graveyard, so we can negate a special summon. And right here, we send Rinbrum. They chain Called by the Grave as if Rinbrum is not, you know, isn't a quick effect. Again, I think they are just pressing everything because they have, like, they probably have everything in their hand. But right here, they activate Magnum Heart, which is a bit of a problem. But I think we can still play around it. I tried to target the Red Ransom, but the March Hare prevents any targeting of Maliss monsters that point to it, which is, you know, a bit annoying, but sure. We bring back another Albaz. We destroy both of the... I don't even know what we destroyed both of them. The other March Hare and our Mirror Jade, and we banish the Magnum Heart so that they aren't able to chain link block the Red Ransom right here. So it just notice their life points, and we just, you know, negate the special summon of Red Ransom. So now they actually can't do anything with their Maliss cards. Well, I mean, they can. I'm not saying that they can't activate their Maliss cards, but they can't activate any of their banish effects, like when they're banished. They have to get GWC on the field again, which is not possible because it's in the graveyard already. So they just go into Typhon. Sure. And they are just, they're drawing, they keep on drawing. They're not going to stop drawing. And they just forfeit. Or they timed out, but I'm not sure how they were going to win anyway. Because we had a Cartesia coming back. We wouldn't have summoned into Gragrignor yet. A whole lot of other stuff. We are going against Ryzeal Mitsurugi, going second, with no Evenly. It's going to be a bit rough, to be honest. But we just have to bank on them fumbling the bag, like, badly. Because this hand isn't ideal either. Like, we have, like, 5 monsters, dude. I didn't even know it's Branded Fusion. That's my bad. That's a lie. This hand is not that bad. It's not that bad. If they have Ash, then it's over. I mean, if they did have Ash, this still would not be in the video. But right here, I think they they detached Myriologic Aggregator to negate whatever we summon off of Branded Fusion, which is pretty smart. But what happens here is pretty cool because we have the Golden Sword Soul in hand. We discard it for Libellion, and we chain Farfa on the high chain so that we can banish the Detonator, and then that triggers the Golden Sword Soul in our graveyard. And they did not detach Aggregator. I just noticed it's a bit weird. But sure, we now get a Mirror Jade on our field, and the Golden Sword Soul triggers to summon the Cartesia in our hand. And on the summon of Cartesia, we activate it. I think they should have done this on the summon of Cartesia, because now we get to, you know, actually get the send off of Gragrignor instead of it just being destroyed the second it's on the field. So yeah, a minor fumble from them. Might not be minor, it could win us the game, but let's see. Yep, they trigger to destroy all our monsters naturally. And we send Albion. They did not trigger the discard thing for some reason, but we banished the duo drive there because I'm not too sure what else. Like, I don't know their hand, but if they don't have any more Ryzeal cards, then there's no more Ryzeal. And we've drawn Etude, which is not too good at the moment. But thankfully, it's just another card in our hand that we can shuffle back for our Springen's Kit search. And I'm kinda not really spoiled for choice because I don't know what I'd want right now. But yeah, we're gonna grab Branded Opening, not activate it now in the end phase because Cartesian is gonna be back in the end phase. And thankfully, in the end phase, you can layer your effects, so you can get Farfa on the field. I mean, not the monster banish off of Farfa's effect on the field before you activate the Mirror Jade wipe. But yeah, off of Branded Opening, we activate off of Branded Opening, we summon Quem, and we send the Whitebaz. Off of the Branded, not off of the Branded Dragon, we grab Branded in Red. I'm saying Branded way too much, it's throwing me off. We grab the Aluba, we fuse off the Springen's Kit and the Aluba, and we use Quem to reborn Mirror Jade. So we have a pretty offensive board right here with the Masquerade Burn and a live Mirror Jade. Not live in the end phase effect, but as in live as in like you can use his effect. And off of any extra send, like right here, we can just reborn a Mercurio Engrave for another monster negate. And for some reason they targeted Quem, even though they have turn player priority. So I literally only needed to use Quem for that effect. She wouldn't have been used any other time. But they activate Triple Tactics Talent to take control of a monster, which is unfortunate. I didn't bother banishing the Ext because they probably have a billion ways to get into more level 4s on the field anyway. We banished the Mercurio because it's useless on the field now. I'll just use it to get another card in hand or just discard photo. I'm not sure how else we're getting to Albaz right here though. But they're just gonna activate their stuff, and off of the ice normal effect, summoning another Ryzeal, we get to activate Granaging Knoll and summon Coritis. Which of course will just get negated by the Ryzeal Cross, but it's still good. He's still good. Sorry, still good to have. Probably sound like I'm rushing because after this I have work and then uni. It's a bit crazy this week until December. But now they've gone into Detonator and they went into the Dugaris, which doubles the they double Detonator's attack, and they went into this Utopic Ray Lancer, which sure, they just summoned ice off of normal, a special summon effect just for more attack, I guess. They've nearly burnt themselves into Floodgate territory, by the way. Because once you have less than or 600 life points, you can't activate anything. But at the moment, they did just negate Masquerade, so it's a bit of a shame. But they did destroy Masquerade, so we get to activate the Aluba effect in Graveyard, which is just another body on the field, which is pretty good. Also, I didn't catch that, but they actually seriously attacked into the Despia Coritis with Utopic Ray Lancer, where they both have the same defense, attack and defense. Utopic Ray Lancer with the same attack, Coritis with the same defense. I think they really just lost the game because of that, and they forfeit. The things you can do under pressure. So now we are versing Blue Eyes. They do the entire thing with a pretty mediocre board. Pretty mediocre. They definitely have Drill Beam though. But we have Forbidden Droplet, so that's even better. So yep, we're going to battle phase, activate evenly. They're gonna probably bounce back the Lordly Load. Or the Mausoleum. Okay. And then they're gonna activate the Seals effect to summon Ko-Aki Meru Drago. Which, this has been a really, like, annoying tech in Blue Eyes. I've literally only been seeing this in this format. But, thankfully, very, very, very thankfully, we can use it against them. And right here, they activate Ash Blossom on Quem again. I don't know why that is so, like... That's not an attractive Ash. That is not, like... That's not like an attractive spot to use an Ash Blossom. It's just send one to the graveyard. They must not know how to play against Branded. And they're just, you know, activating stuff. So right here we go into Libellion, sending Mercuria, and we choose to summon Mercuria as well, off of Quem. So I think here we just wait. Yeah, now they're floodgated, because we summoned everything in attack position, and they have more attack than Aluba, so... Yeah, they floodgate themselves. Lovely. I don't know what their plan is, like, on their own turn with Ko-Aki Meru Dragon on the field. Like, did they not think about that? Thankfully, we did have Forbidden Droplet to negate it, though. Else, we literally would have lost. Because of a floodgate. There's a lot of degeneracy this format. Like, mainly just pure Mitsurugi, or even Mitsurugi Ryzeal, just running Fossil Dino to summon in the, like, at the end of the entire combo. So yeah, they activate Drill Beam on our Mirror Jade, we send Rindbrum, which got negated, unfortunately, negated and banished by the grave. But we banished our own Mercuria again to just because we have no more. We don't have another Fallen Whitebaz fusion monster, so it will just be useless on the field. So yeah, they're gonna reset Drill Beam, obviously. Set another Lordly Load. You know, I used to think this was like the most annoying engine in the game, but it's honestly not too bad. But this is because they're like, they were a bit silly and they floodgated themselves, but it's not too bad. I hope so. I hope it's not. But they go into the Ravenous. What? I mean, sure. Yeah, that just shut me up, because I did say earlier, did you think about this? Ko-Aki Meru Drago, but clearly they did think about it. So they summoned this water dragon, or fish, I think it's a fish. See, I nearly forfeited right there, because I don't know why you didn't pop the Albez with the Ravenous Croco Dragon. I mean... And I was even shocked. I didn't notice what they banished with Magnum Heart. But I bet it was something. Oh no, they banished Astradion, which is fine, sure. So yep, they sent Maiden to place the True Light, and then they activate Roar to, you know, doing the Blue Eye stuff. But we're not gonna let them, like. We just wasted their wishes by doing this. As in, like, yeah, they can't get one of their fusion monsters into the graveyard. I don't know if it's going to be the vanilla for Magia or just the targeting protect one. But if I can get rid of either, then it's good. So yeah, they're just they're just gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do right here. I don't know what the point of negating Magnum Heart was. Just get another body on the field, I guess. And in attack position. I guess I'm trying to bait him away from Quem, but he didn't take the bait. So in the end phase, the field is getting wiped by Mirror Jade. And they returned back the seals, I think that was. Off of Albion, we're going to do something. Probably branded in red if it was me, I'm not sure though. Branded in white. Sure. So after wiping their field, we draw another Whitebaz, which not my favorite draw of all time, but sure. Then they activate Drill Beam on Aluba. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm gonna include this in the video. If I do, whatever. This has to be like, maybe they were sleepy when playing, you know? They also have Majesty, by the way. They searched it. I'm just in shock because of like, what the hell is this? We have branded opening in our graveyard though, which is really, really good. And right here we are summoning Sanctifier off of Rebellion. Because, yeah, I think we're going to do something pretty interesting right here. Of course, they wait till the end phase to pop, but yeah, branded opening, so it's useless. So yeah, first thing, we reborn our Mirror Jade and their Koakime Rudrago. So now we're using their Floodgate against them, which, I mean, sure, man. I'm just in like, why would you? I don't know. I think we should have lost this game, honestly. I was really worried right there in case we floodgated ourselves, but fortunately the floodgate, I mean the continuous effect is activated, you know, off of resolution after their summon, so we are still able to summon Mirror Jade. So yeah, they're just doing all their stuff right here. We banished their last Blue Eyes, by the way, as in like their other ones. So if we banish this one, then they have no more Blue Eyes. So like they really need to get something done right here, which they thankfully cannot, because what I'm assuming was their one of plan B for having Koakime Rudrago on the field in that Ravenous whatever it was is gone. So of course they used the end phase effect to destroy it. And we grab Branded Fusion, which I'm not sure if we have enough Whitebazes in our deck for, which I hope we do. We do, thankfully. It's lit up. We open with Branded Regained, which is really good. And we just send Cartesia, because why not? We've pretty much won this game already. And these were some pretty interesting blunders though from the opponent. So we summon Brolode using our Whitebaz and Albion Engrave. We shuffle back the Albion with Branded Regained, and we pop the True Light by popping our Albion. And they activate Draw, which, I mean, sure, man. It's over. We attack for 3k, 3k, 3k. It's a game. That was real. That was an odd duel. I didn't really feel like I won that for real. But now we go in second against Ryzeal Mitsurugi with, you know, another not ideal hand for going second. And we I'ma just shut up until we see what we draw next time, because we just drew into the perfect card. I'm not sure if they have the Omni Negate, but hopefully they don't. And they don't. We have evenly matched, so they're only gonna keep likely Ryzeal Detonator on the field. And likely one of Murakumo is gone for the rest of the game. So yeah, they're on the discard effect. We just, you know, I don't think it impacts Branded that much because we have a lot of cards that can benefit in the graveyard. Yeah, for Foolish Barrier, we'll send Tragedy to search. I don't know what we're gonna search here, to be honest. Obviously either Aluba or Quem, but I don't know what we're gonna do with them. Grab Branded Fusion. They probably have Ash in hand, to no one's surprise. Oh, they have Maxi. Okay. We chain Branded Opening, send Albaz, summon Quem. And they have Detonator, so they're gonna use all of their... I think you could have used it better though. Again, I don't know why these players are so threatened by Quem. But to be honest, she is a good card, but I think there are better uses. Like more, how am I trying to say this? Like more impactful pops, especially right here. Like you activated it on Aluba. I think he forgot he didn't have 5 mats or something. And we search grass, no draw or ash or anything. Draw would be good right here, to be honest. But yeah, we mill a bunch of good stuff. The Fafa's a bit late because we already have 0 mats, but sure. We activate Branded Fusion. We likely do not mill all 3 of our Albaz. Or how do you say Albaz is in plural? We didn't mill all of our Alibi. I'm just stuck. We send Branded in White off of Shardion. No. We sent Branded Banishment off of Shardion, and then we added it back with Branded Retribution. So yeah, this was not really the best turn, to be honest. But we dealt with a lot of the interruption with that evenly and just their blunders in general. On the summon of X, I was really hoping, I was about to say hoping, I was really hoping that they activated the Aggregator, but of course they would have just negated the Detonator, because our Sanctifier can't be targeted, but thankfully they could read. So they're probably going to go into another Detonator right here. Yep. And right here, I'm pretty sure Banishment is the way because they can't target our Sanctifier. So we just need to wait for the right time, I guess. We have the Despian Tragedy engraved as well, so we can use that. And then search another Aluba. Or we just use Aluba in general, because we can use Tragedy's reset effect on the next turn. They double the attack of Sanctifier. And we haven't activated Branded Banishment yet. I think I'm trying to bait out a Call by the Grave, which we thankfully do. And if they have the second one, then I think I just lose. They do have a second one. That is really disappointing. That is really, really disappointing. Well, no, we don't lose, but we can still do something in the end phase because we have Cartesia coming back. And we have Aluba to save us from getting not killed, but taking more damage, I mean. Yeah, we just have Cartesia and Branded in High Spirits coming back. Apologies. I made it seem like we had nothing. But we still need to draw into something good. Like Branded in White, that's actually amazing. Yep, right here we are going into Rinbrum just to check the Ryzeal Detonator. And if Rinbrum does get pods, we banish Mercurio as well, which is amazing. If Rinbrum gets pods, we could just bring him back on the next turn, or just use him to summon Albaz. So yeah, they activate Detonator again. I mean, sure. And we had branded opening engraved. I didn't even catch that, so they didn't, like, the detonator didn't do anything. They activate draw, which is not ideal. I don't know why I didn't chain branded in high spirits right there. It's okay though. Or instead I'll just use it to, you know, get an Albaz of my own on the field. Yep, just use it to summon Albion, and then we can use Shradion's effect in the graveyard now because it won't draw. And we grab Mercuria, probably for this card fodder. Or we could just go straight into Mirror Jade. Or instead, Masquerade. What are you planning on doing? Someone's at my door. That's a bit annoying. Please ignore that sound. Yeah, we're going to Masquerade, which is weird. Like, actually weird. I mean, whatever, they forfeited anyway. I think Quiritis was a better move. But now we're going second against Orcust Fiendsmith. I didn't put too many games of us going first because those were just... we won because we went first. You know, it's not like the best showing. Now we're going second, and we've drawn evenly again. New Orcust support is cool, but like, it's a bit annoying as well, because, I mean, Orcust by itself is fine, but you can play with Fiendsmith, Mitsurugi, like, you know, it's just another of those decks you can just dump a lot of stuff into. But yeah, they keep the Orcust Babel because it's their best card, to be honest. As in, like, on our turn, and maybe in general. I'm not sure, but I don't play Orcust, but it's still a really, really, like, good card for, like, advantage on the opponent's turn and whatnot. But right here we sent Shradion with Quem. We activated Shradion to grab, you know, send Albaz, and then we use Branded in Red just to add Shradion in the field, because I think I'm going to make a crazy play right here. So since we drew 2 Super Poly, it's, I think, yeah, we bait them into sending the Super Poly right now, which is sick. And what we're going to do right here is we wait for them to get 2 more bodies on the field, and then we're going to activate Super Poly to go into Garura. And then we can chain, activate Quem to summon Albaz, and then fuse with the Dingirsu into our Mirror Jade, which would just be amazing. So yeah, they could have just not overextended, but they did, so they get punished for it. I mean, they should not have expected this. Like, they just sent the Super Poly. No way I had a second one in hand. But yeah, as I said, we summoned Garura. We used the Link 1 and the Gersu. And then I don't know what they did. They activated Orcust Crescendo to add another Gersu. Sure. Then we summon Albaz, send our Shradion, and then we fuse into Mirror Jade. My favorite. And we have Garura on the field. Hopefully they'll send it to the graveyard so we can have this card fodder finally, because at the moment we have none. And whatever Quem rebrawns, it would not be very impactful. It would just be another body to prevent from OTK. So now we just let them do their thing, really. Because whenever I'm playing against these decks, I'm always thinking about the time. Like, they do spend, like, I don't know, 3/4 minutes doing their combo. And notice how it said, this is Orcust Fiendsmith, but they have none of those cards on the end board. So maybe I should just call this Orcust, to be honest. But they add this World Legacy card. It's Extra Leg Monster Negate, which, sure, I don't really mind it that much. In fact, I wouldn't mind it at all, because if I activate Mirror Jade and then it gets negate it and ban it. I mean, destroy it. Then we could reborn it with Quem, because the extra extend is for cost. So we're just waiting on what they're gonna do. Oh yeah, they activated the World One to target the symbol, get it back on the field so that it can go back into the graveyard and reborn the Dingirsu. Likely. They make Longirsu. I don't know if they play two of the new ones, the Enlil Lilgirsu. We just choose to banish the Longirsu. I don't know if I needed to actually. No, it's because the World Legacy card, it can only be summoned to a zone that a Link Monster points to. They sent our Garura, which is kinda unfortunate now, because I would have sent Rinbrum if I knew they were gonna send Garura. So that's a bit disappointing. But we can still use Quem as discard fodder. I mean, we can still use Quem to rebuzz Albaz. Let me say that again. We can still use Quem to revive Albaz, as we have discard fodder now. And we activate Mirror Jade because they sent it with the Dingirsu. And they summon Orcust Nightmare in attack position, threatening 100 attack. They must be low for time. They definitely must be low for time, because this is 0 disruption, even on R10 as well. Okay, now it's not. And now they're going to Galatea, and now they summon the World Crown, the World Legacy card. I know why I seem to know. They return the World Wand. I don't know what they set. Maybe because they have no more. That's crazy. They have no more Orcust spell traps to set. Wow. Orcust doesn't have gas like that. Maybe they do, and they're just playing a smaller build. And now they're going to SP Little Knight. It's just, they forfeit, unsurprisingly. Now we're going up against Blue Eyes, going second again. I wonder if every single duel in this game is going second. And as you can see, this is a whole lot of vomit, a whole lot of negates, a whole lot of that rubbish. But we have Albaz in our hand. And if they haven't set Majesty, or if they just don't have their chain set to on, then we've won this game. And they didn't. So we actually just won this game because of that. Because they probably have Drill Beam as well. We have Forbidden Droplet for that. So, and they just activated the monster effect. So that now our Triple Tactics Thrust is live. We could use that to take the actually no, I wouldn't use it to take the Blue Eyes in case they have another in hand. But right here, I don't know what they're gonna do really. We just drew way too well. We drew too well. It activate Drill Beam, but like Forbidden Droplet. Thank you so much for keeping Maiden on the field, because otherwise it would be a lot more interesting right here. But unfortunately, no. Versus ... It might be because this is no. Oh no, it's not the last duel. I have no idea what this is. Oh no, wait, it is. 48 minutes already. That's interesting. But yeah, they activate Fulo's first thing. I don't want to give them any draws, because this was my rank up game. Like, I mean, it's not like I was under immense pressure, but like, I'd rather not, you know what I mean? And yeah, we're probably gonna shuffle back Farfa for the Springen's Kit search, because you never know. You never know that they're gonna have Ash for the Brand Infusion. And in that event, I would just use it to look at their hand. But they didn't, so sure. Maybe I should have kept Farfa. They had a response, but they chose not to use it. We gave them one draw off of Sanctifier, which is really, really nice. And so we use Albion to set Brandon in red and activate Cartesia to come back to our hand. We activate Maxi in the draw phase, sure. I mean, where else would I use it right here? Because we already have a pretty not. This isn't really the most oppressive board, but it's still. Well, it looks like they don't have anything. Yeah, this is a really anticlimactic end, but it was fun. This climb was pretty fun as well. You know, minus Mitsurugi just floodgating you after a 3-minute combo. But yeah, summon Whitebaz and the Saronir into Borrowlord Savage Dragon, and then we pop one of their back row. I probably had, I don't know, observation argue and hit the best card, like maybe there can be only one. But now we're going on to the deck list. Yep, okay, here is our deck list. This is, don't mind the name by the way, I was not in the mood because I got floodgated by Mitsurugi like 3 times in a row, dudes. And they had a Polo USA, so whatever, man. A lot of stuff here is pretty standard, to be honest, minus the deck size. And, you know, like I said, this is just, Farfa's just a silly tech card. Yeah, it's literally just a tech card. You can send it off of Branded Fusion or Fusion Duplication for Libellion. Then you can literally banish their detonator, and you are free to play, unless you know, they just detach aggregator, and then, you know, they do negate your Mirror Jade. But sure, man, it's not too bad. A negated Mirror Jade on the field is not a problem. You can send once and then send for the next turn as well. Otherwise, this is pretty standard, I think. Some of the cards in the duels are not here because I took them out. Cards like E2 or Branded Beast or something. You know, stuff like that. I took them out because I'm not playing enough Bestials to warrant that. And I was trying to play Despia, the level 10 synchro, but it was a bit inconsistent for me, obviously because I was not playing enough Bestials, and I'm not playing enough tuners for that either, well, for it to be consistent. But otherwise, I think this is pretty standard right here. Yeah, 1 Siren because she is like actually clutch for the grind game, and she's basically like free Masquerade if I can get Fusion Duplication in rotation with a Branded Fusion on the field. I mean, in the graveyard. I don't think I need to explain too much. She just shuffles back herself and anything else from the graveyard to summon one of the monsters in our extra deck. So that'll be either Gregory Knoll or Trick Play Plan Jago Stapelia, or either Masquerade or Coritis, or it can't be Guru actually. Never mind. But any one of these 4 monsters Siren can go into. It's usually going to be Drago Stapelia though, because you'd be shuffling back one of your fusion monsters to then summon out that fusion monster again. So like, she's really just good for recursion and that stuff. And yeah, with Branded Regained as well, I was not playing this earlier, but this is also good for recursion. Like, I know Masquerade, this is just free, like, this is just food for Branded Regained, because you can special it after it's been taken off the field, and then shuffle it back into the extra deck, summon it out again, and then the burn is live again. But yeah, also I am playing Masquerade because it's pretty cool card. I mean, it has won me a few games, I'll say. I'm not saying that it's imperative to play though, like, it is cuttable, I will admit that. But yeah, I genuinely don't know what more I have to say. I didn't go for 60 cards this time around because I tried to make it more consistent, and I'm not playing Fusion Deployment either. Let's see if I can pull it up for the wording. It's because I cannot, you know, it's like Branded Fusion, you cannot summon any link monsters, you know, the turn you activate the card. So I can't go into like Verte and then activate Branded Opening, which is a weird play, to be honest. I don't know what type of hand you'd have to do that, but it's, you know, it's a thing, and it has lost me games. Whereas if I had branded opening, it wouldn't have lost me the game. So yeah, that's also part of the reason why I'm not playing on tier. Well, no, not exactly. It's because of Super Poly. And while I don't have both of the targets, just Garura is good enough. And as in, like, because literally everything else in this extra deck would be amazing food for Super Poly. Like, I rarely summon Garura. Like, it's usually sent off of Grand Ignore for a draw or something. Because we have 2 Despia fusions, and just, you know, in general, a good spread of fusion monsters to use. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, really. Look at this Royal Magia. I don't want to play Blue Eyes. I genuinely don't have more to say. I shouldn't. Whatever. Thank you for watching this far, and thank you for the kind comments. Like, dude, I was actually cheesing so much when I read the comments on the last video, dude. Like, I'm so happy. I sound kind of like irritated right now because I do have to go to work and then I have to prepare for an assessment tomorrow in uni. But I hope I'll be fine. And yeah, I don't have too much else to say. I would like to have all the time in the world, but I unfortunately don't. So yeah, I just did this really quickly before going to work because that way I could have some fun today. But yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you for the comments, and I'll see you. I just said I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you in the next one ×3. Bye bye.